Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment.
In Turkey's tight election, Erdogan prepares for possible runoff. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said he was prepared for a runoff contest, even as he told his supporters he was confident of an outright win in the nation's closest election in decades. Vote counts by a state-run news agency early Monday suggested Erdogan was leading his main opponent, former bureaucrat Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, by a narrow margin, but below the 50% mark needed to be declared the outright victor. A runoff round for the presidency between the two will take place on May 28 if the results are confirmed by Turkey's Supreme Election Board. Addressing a sea of supporters waving red Turkish flags at the headquarters of his Justice and Development Party, AKP, in Ankara, the capital, Erdogan said, "We certainly believe that we will win the election in the first round." Kılıçdaroğlu, 74, accused the ruling party of interfering with the vote count through repeated objections, but also prepared for the possibility of a runoff. "If our nation says the second round, we welcome it," he said in a televised speech. Erdogan, 69, who first gained national prominence as the mayor of Istanbul, the country's most populous city, is modern Turkey's most successful politician. A deeply polarizing figure who has ruled for some 2 decades, he has been accused by critics of diluting democracy by using repressive tactics against civil society and the media, while concentrating power as president. Supporters say that he has modernized the country through massive infrastructure projects and brought Islam back into public life in Turkey. The devastating earthquakes in southern Turkey in February that killed more than 50,000 people have cast a shadow over the election. Erdogan's government was accused of lax enforcement of building codes and to slow disaster response, worsening the effects of the quakes. Kılıçdaroğlu, in contrast, cast himself as an everyman during the campaign, promising to tackle financial woes. Erdogan's unorthodox economic policies have contributed to soaring inflation and strengthened democratic norms. The election could also impact geopolitical ties in the region. Under Erdogan, Turkey, a NATO member, has continued to maintain relations with Russia since the invasion of Ukraine, even as ties with some European countries have deteriorated.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment.